Assalamu alaikum. This is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Former Speaker Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar laid to eternal rest at Jatiyo Shongshad Bhavan premises after two namaze-janazas. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman holds meeting on two waste-to-energy projects, one at Amin Bazaar and another at Matwail in the capital. Flood-affected people to be rehabilitated while settlements at foothills not to be allowed, says State Minister for Power. Over 79,000 students get primary scholarships under talent pool and general category. US launches fresh strikes in response to Iran hitting ship in Strait of Hormuz, while Tehran closes the strait till further notice. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Former acting president, former Speaker, BNP Standing Committee member and senior lawyer Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar was laid to eternal rest at the designated premises of the Jatiyo Shongshad today. His first namaze-janaza was held after Zohar prayers at Taqwa Mosque in Dhanmondi in the capital. His second janaza took place at the South Plaza of the Jatiyo Shongshad Bhavan. The BNP Standing Committee member and senior lawyer Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar breathed his last at a private hospital in the capital at 4:19 a.m. today. He was 94. Meanwhile, President Mohammad Shahabuddin and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman expressed profound shock and sorrow at the death of former acting president and veteran politician Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar. In a condolence message, the Prime Minister said Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar was a wise, experienced, honest and dedicated figure in the political history of Bangladesh. The nation will remember his contributions to strengthening democratic institutions, promoting parliamentary culture and advancing people-oriented governance with deep respect, the Prime Minister added. Throughout his life, Zamiruddin Sarkar remained steadfast in the ideals of Bangladeshi nationalism, democracy and the establishment of the people's rights, he said. During the party's long struggle, difficult times and adverse circumstances, he never deviated from his principles under any situation, Tariq Rahman added. Despite political repression, persecution and numerous challenges, Zamiruddin Sarkar upheld the nationalist ideals of the party with dedication, wisdom and determination, he said, adding that in particular during the prolonged 17-year movement against authoritarian rule, he played a significant role with courage, wisdom and unwavering resolve. Besides Speaker of the Jatiyo Shongshad Hafizuddin Ahmed, Deputy Speaker Barrister Kaisar Kamal, Chief Whip of the Jatiyo Shongshad Muhammad Nurul Islam, Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed, Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohiruddin Shapon, Finance Minister Amir Khosru Mahmud Chaudhry and State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Yasir Khan Chaudhry expressed profound shock and sorrow at the death of former acting president and veteran politician Barrister Zamiruddin Sarkar. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman held a meeting on two waste-to-energy projects to be implemented at Amin Bazaar under Dhaka North City Corporation DNCC and at Matwail under Dhaka South City Corporation DSCC. The meeting was held at the conference room of the Cabinet Division in Bangladesh Secretariat in the capital today. The meeting was informed that China's CMEC Group will invest in the construction of a waste-to-energy plant at Amin Bazar. The project will generate 42.5 megawatts of electricity by processing approximately 3,000 tons of waste from Dhaka city every day. The project is expected to begin supplying electricity to the national grid by August 2028 and will be capable of generating electricity for the next 25 years. South Korea's BNF company will implement a waste management and power generation project at Matwail under Dhaka South City Corporation. Under the project, around 15,000 tons of methane gas will be produced annually from waste, which will generate approximately 81,000 megawatt hours of electricity each year. This is equivalent to producing about 221 megawatt hours of electricity per day. The project will also produce solar power, fertilizer, animal feed, and environment-friendly eco-bricks. Approximately 3,000 to 3,500 tons of waste will be processed daily under the project. The meeting was informed that the project would make a significant contribution to improving waste management, addressing climate change, and mitigating global warming. To expedite the implementation of the two projects, the Prime Minister directed to hold an interministerial meeting involving the ministries of local government, power, and environment. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman emphasized the importance of completing both projects within the stipulated time frame and ensuring the best possible use of environment-friendly technologies. LGRD and Cooperatives Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, State Minister Mir Shahi Alam, DNCC Administrator Muhammad Shafiqul Islam Khan, DSCC Administrator Muhammad Abdus Salam, Prime Minister's Principal Secretary ABM Abdus Sattar, Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman, and other senior officials concerned attended the meeting. President Mohammad Shahabuddin stressed on transforming the country's population into productive human resources to make the best use of the demographic dividend. The president made the remarks while addressing a program on the occasion of World Population Day at Osmani Memorial Auditorium in the capital today. He said around one-third of the country's total population is young, and this huge working age population is the country's greatest potential. The president said if it is not possible to transform the youth into skilled human resources, this potential may eventually become a cause of unemployment, poverty, social instability, and economic pressure, stressing the need for building a skilled population through quality education and training on a priority basis. The president said quality and planned population is the prime asset and strength of a country. On the other hand, an unplanned and incompetent population is a major challenge for a country. To enable youths to meet both domestic and global labor market demands, he stressed the need for ensuring quality education, modern technological and technical skills, improved healthcare services, and sustainable employment opportunities. President Mohammad Shahabuddin reassured that the government is committed to making the best use of the demographic dividend by providing the youth with quality education, training, proper health services, and nutrition. Health and Family Welfare Minister Sardar Muhammad Shakawat Hussain, State Minister Dr. M.A. Mohit, UNFPA Bangladesh Representative Catherine Breen Kamkong, Health Services Division Secretary Muhammad Kamruzzaman Chaudhry, and concerned Director Generals addressed the occasion. The president handed over crests and certificates to the institutions and people who contributed at the grassroots levels of the health sector. State Minister for Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Onindo Islam Omid said the government will not allow any more settlements at the foot of hills and everyone affected will be rehabilitated. He said this while visiting a flood shelter in Chattogam's Akbar Shah area today. The State Minister said Chattogram had experienced one of the highest levels of rainfall in recent decades after several days of incessant rain. Despite despite the difficult conditions, government agencies and the Chattogram City Corporation are working together to face the disaster and provide all possible support, he added. The results of the 2025 primary scholarship examination have been announced, with a total of 79,246 students receiving scholarships. The results were officially announced by Primary and Mass Education and Education Minister Dr. A.N.M. Ehsanul Haq Milon at a press conference held at the International Mother Language Institute in the capital this afternoon. According to the published results, 32,965 students have been awarded scholarships under the talent pool category, while 46,281 students have received scholarships under the general category. The 2025 primary scholarship examination was held in April this year, with 256,117 students from across the country taking part. The Education Minister said that the scholarship examination will be expanded in the future. He also announced plans to increase both the number of scholarships and the scholarship stipend. Earlier, while inaugurating a validation program organized by the National Curriculum and Textbook Board (NCTB), the minister said that the cover design, paper quality and printing standard of the new textbooks should be improved to make them more attractive to students. Train services on the Chattogram-Cox's Bazar route resumed today after being closed for 5 consecutive days due to heavy rains and torrents from the upstream. The Porjotok Express from Dhaka left the Chattogram railway station for Cox's Bazar after 1:30 p.m. It has been raining heavily again in Chattogram since morning. Meanwhile, the railways have taken preparation to operate trains on the route. Before the resuming of the train service, General Manager of the Eastern Region of the Railways, Muhammad Subaktakin, visited the city's Sholashahar railway station in the afternoon. He told the media that there has been a record amount of rain in Chattogram. Water rose above the railway line even after the drainage system had been renovated last Tuesday. After that, the matter was monitored from the highest level of the government. He also said that on the instructions of the higher authorities, various parts of the railway line have been raised by about 1 foot with stones. The Chattogram-Cox's Bazar railway line was made operational for train services by working day and night on Saturday. Now, international news. The United States launched a fresh wave of strikes in response to Iranian forces hitting a ship passing through the Strait of Hormuz. In response to the American strikes, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) said the waterway was closed until further notice and launched attacks on U.S. bases and allies in the region. The IRGC said it had hit a U.S. base in Jordan, while the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait and Bahrain all responded to missiles and drones from Iran. It comes after incidents earlier this week in which 3 commercial tankers were attacked, prompting an exchange of strikes between the US and Iran. Iran's powerful parliament speaker and key peace negotiator Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said on Sunday that the era of one-sided deals is over. US Central Command CENTCOM said the United States launched further strikes aimed at weakening Iran's ability to target civilian mariners and commercial ships transiting through the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. military said it struck more than 140 targets in Iran, with explosions reported in the southern port cities of Bandar Abbas, Sirik, Chabahar, Bandar-e Deir, Jesk and Salawi. A few hours after the commencement of the American strikes targeting different cities across the Iranian southern areas, the IRGC said there will be a crushing response ahead. Meanwhile, Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has condemned Iran's attacks on Jordan, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, and Qatar. On the other hand, Pakistan's top diplomat called for de-escalation and for parties in the Iran conflict to show restraint during a phone call with his Iranian counterpart on Sunday. Pakistan's foreign ministry in a statement said both leaders exchanged views on the evolving regional situation. The father, Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, passed away at the age of 74. A statement published by the Emir's office, the Amiri Diwan, confirmed his death on Sunday. Qatar announced a 4-day period of public mourning starting Monday, with work suspended at government agencies and public bodies and flags to be lowered to half-mast. Sheikh Hamad, who ruled Qatar from 1995 to 2013, was a key architect of the energy-rich country's development. The former leader was seen as one of the key architects of modern Qatar and led the country during a period of rapid economic growth thanks to investment and international partnerships. The emirate became a leading producer and exporter of liquefied natural gas. During Sheikh Hamad's regime, Qatar also rose to become one of the wealthiest countries on the planet in terms of GDP per capita. In 2013, he handed over power to his son and heir apparent, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, who was then 33, in a rare abdication by a hereditary Gulf Arab ruler. Meanwhile, several world leaders, including Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Pakistani President Asif Ali Zardari, United Arab Emirates President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, offered their condolences for the death of Sheikh Hamad.